Hello everyone, my name is Ameya Godbole, and in this video we are going to learn the political theory, its meaning and the different approaches to study the political theory. So hope you'll enjoy it, stay tuned. So the presentation will broadly cover these 4 points, that is the meaning of political theory, empirical and the normative approaches to study the political theory, traditional and modern approaches to study the political theory, and the significance of political theory. All of you have heard the terms like the political theory of Marxism, the political theory of socialism, feminism, liberalism, communitarianism, communism, and so on. So in this video we'll study these political theories in detail. We'll study what comprises the political theory, what are its assumptions, what are its key arguments, and so on. So, Sheldon Wallen in her book The Political and Vision has given the definition of the term political theory. Political theory is the systematic knowledge of any political phenomena. By the way, there are different definitions of the political theory and you can refer to any of them. I personally found that this definition is very easy to remember and you can write this definition in the examination as well. It's pretty easy to remember. So, any political theory has its own assumptions, it has its own key arguments, it has its own perspective on the human nature, on society, on state, and so on. Let's see this with a small example. Consider the political theory of liberalism. In this case, the key argument of liberalism is liberty, individual freedom, social contract, natural rights, and freedom. According to liberalism, the human nature is rational. The human being is a rational being. On the view of the state, liberalism says that state is an artificial institution. It is limited in character. So you see, any political ideology is nothing but a set of ideas. It has its own assumptions, it has its own key arguments, its own viewpoint on different institutions, social arrangement, political institutions, and so on. Now let us study the different approaches to study the political theory. Empirical approach and normative approach are two of the main approaches to study the political theory. We'll be discussing the other approaches to study the political theory as well in this presentation. So, the chief concern of the empirical approach is fact, that is, it is concerned with what is. So, when Marxism says that the state is a device of domination, it points to the fact and highlights of what is existing. Similarly, the normative approach is concerned with values. It is concerned with what ought to be. For example, when we say that the state is an ethical institution, we point to the value-laden approach to study political theory. Similarly, the focus of the study in the empirical approach is real. It is concerned with the reality. It is concerned with what is existing in reality. For example, when Aristotle says that king ought to be worldly wise, he points to the reality. On the other hand, the normative approach is concerned with the ideal. When Plato says that the ruler must be wise in the world of ideas, he points to the normative approach and points to what is ideal. If empirical approach is designed to discover, the normative approach is designed to determine. The empirical approach is scientific and descriptive. For example, when feminism says that patriarchy is the cause of suppression of women in society, it describes the institution of patriarchy and objectively narrates the institution of patriarchy. On the other hand, the normative approach is critical and prescriptive. Example, Marxism offers a credible critique of capitalism and it prescribes the communism as an alternative to capitalism. If empirical approach is logical, verifiable, and it is concerned with true and false, the normative approach is speculative, it is logical, however, its results are debatable and its yardstick is right and wrong. Just as normative approach and empirical approach are the two approaches to study the political theory, there are other approaches to study the political theory as well. These are traditional approach, modern approach, and postmodern approach. The traditional approach to study political theory comprises of philosophical approach, legal approach, institutional approach, historical approach, and so on. The modern approach comprises behavioral approach, post-behavioral approach, and some other models of political analysis. We'll study these approaches in detail in the upcoming videos. Now let us study the significance of the political theory. Political theory allows to control the social life. For example, understanding the reasons for suppression of women can allow in better empowerment of women. Social criticism and reconstruction. For example, Marxism criticizes private property and it reconstructs an alternative of communism. Similarly, political theory helps in the clarification of concepts. For example, the rights in the earlier times included legal rights, political rights, civil rights, and so on. However, in the contemporary times, the scope of the rights have expanded and the rights now include human rights, digital rights, and right to privacy, and so on. Similarly, the political theory helps to achieve mutual debate amongst the political theorists, and it also encourages tolerance in society. By the way, this is not an exhaustive list of the significance of political theory. You can jot down a couple of more points of your own as well. So with this, we conclude the topic of the political theory, its meaning and approaches. For more details, you can visit my site www.politicalscienceforum.in. There you can find a detailed write-up on this topic and the other topics as well. The answers, articles, and the other write-ups on the website will help you a lot in the answer writing. You can jot down a lot of objective information which will make your answers a lot more comprehensive. So do visit the website. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you so much.